Hello, hey, this is OJ and then Couple John. So, we're gonna talk about the one of the most famous movies of all time is Barbie. Yeah, this you might probably heard about this movie, and ever since it has released, it's been a really hot topic among all people, like all kinds of, even youngsters, even older people, male, female, everybody is watching it and talking about it, discussing it. So we will also talk about this movie briefly and then tell you how we understood and then how the world responded it and and the message, deep meaning behind this movie. And so, what do you think about this movie?
The Barbie movie was really hot topic on the internet, and a lot of people discussing how the movie was, like how perfect it was for supporting the feminism movement. And in the movie, Barbie goes to journey, discover herself, and then she realizes that it's not the same, the imaginary perfect world and the real world. And in the end, she wants to be the normal human. Like, she decides to stay in the real world, and she wants to face her imperfect.
Yeah, she chooses to embrace her like humanly imperfect body and then imperfections, all these real life imperfections. Okay, if we talk about the deeper meaning behind this movie, from the beginning of the movie, the Barbie starts to question, start to feel like her body is changing and then experiencing some imperfections on her body, and then she starts to question where is this all coming from, and then she finds out that she needs to go to the real world and solve this problem. And along this journey, she experiences the real world challenge and all these problems that comes with it. And into the real world, she actually does not go alone, but she goes with the guy named Ken. So, what do you think about how they experience in real world?
Yeah, so in the Barbie land, Ken was like an accessory, like he was just left over, and they didn't even know where the Kens lives. And when they comes to the real world, it affected to the Barbie and Ken in different ways. And if Ken learned a lot of things, like masculinity and how the men in the real life, and he just took that characters to the Barbie land, and he took over the Barbie land, and they were he even made his kingdom, like Ken's world, Ken's land, and they took over the Barbie houses and everything, and the Barbies were serving him, and like he just brought the masculinity to the Barbie land.
And they implemented the patriarchal system.
Yeah,
in the,
exactly.
After they go to the real world, they experience all these hardships and challenges, all these bullies and everything like that we humans experience. But when Barbie goes back to Barbie Land, she sees that Ken took over the Barbie Land, and as he said, he implemented the patriarchal system. But Barbie does not like that. Barbie does not want to be part of patriarchal system, and it's how the patriarchal system ignores the female rights, and how it sees female as a lower level, and how Barbie is, it's like how she sees how Barbies are serving man and then Ken. So she tries to take over to make her own Barbie land again. But
So she, like as my friend said, they both faces the um, like they were like Ken faced it in the Barbie land. He was like as side person, like they didn't affect to the Barbie's life very much. And when the Ken took over the Barbie land, the Barbies felt that the same thing, and they had the idea that Kens are also important to the life. Like so they realized that neither of both their ideas, like only making Ken's world or only making Barbie's world, is not the life's deeper meaning or the most humans like lifestyle. So they realized that the real life is full of challenges, and like they they realize that they will be suffering in the world, and they both get bullied and they treated unfairly, and so in the end they can realize that uh, neither Ken's or Barbie, male or female, should be an accessory in the world. As Barbie states, it's not the Barbie and Ken, it's the Barbie, it's the Barbies and it's the Kens. It means they both very important to each other, and they should be supporting each other. So and also in the final scene, Ken's T-shirt says "I am Ken off." So they both learned um, the real meaning of their life through that experiences.
yeah, and then at the end of the movie, Barbie she chooses to be a real human being, and then she goes back to real world.
Yeah.
But if we talk about how world is, how society is reacting, how people are reacting to this movie, we can all see about them on the social media, and many people are tweeting, many people are posting their own ideas on like how they accepted the movie, and it's been actually the one of the top like revenue movie in the world.
Yeah, so we have seen a lot of comments on the YouTube. We have watched a lot of analyzed videos on the YouTube, and the movie really affected to the people's life. And personally, I have seen the uh, Reddit. So there was a post about the Barbie movie that girl says that, "Am I some word for breaking up with my boyfriend over the Barbie movie?" So it got like 10,000 upvotes, and there was a big discussion there. And she explained how it happened because the guy, I think, he was not very happy while watching the movie, and the girl was not accepting that, and like
Yeah.
that movie affected to people's life in bad ways and in good ways too.
When it comes to our own uh, opinion about this movie is as following. Honestly, I did not like this movie because the movie supports the feminism, shows the feminism too much, I think. So it's because we grew up in it's our culture, our beliefs are different from what Western countries have. I think it's because of that. For example, we grew up in a society where the patriarchal system has been implemented like deeply, and then we in our society, both men and women accept this patriarchal system in a good way. It does not mean we're against women's rights, we're against women's freedom, but we do respect women. We do try to keep their rights, keep their freedom all the time, and which means we also somehow support feminism. But the movie was, I think, quite against our cultural values and family values.
So my personal thoughts about the movie, it was like it didn't bother me very much, even though it's very feministic, because I just accept the things that I like, the parts, and when it comes to the parts that I don't like, I just ignore in any movie. And as my friend tells, it's a very different. Our culture and our thoughts are very different compared to the Western people. So I think, in my opinion, they should not show too much imaginary world to the people, because it affects somehow it affects to anyone, even though it's a good message for the world. So that was our personal thoughts about the movie.
Thank you. Thanks for listening to us.
Thank you.